I picked the Padres to win the World Series. I did say it. I said it. Now here they are, winning all these games. But he was talking about Fernando Tatis Jr., who I think, pound for pound, might be the most talented position player. Ohtani pitches, that's a different category. This kid is special. My question, are we looking at arguably the greatest young shortstop ever?
Wow, I mean, I think he has the ability to be in that conversation. Obviously, I think one thing with Tatis, he's got to stay healthy, to put up those big numbers. But when I see Tatis, it makes me think of one of the greatest shortstops of all time, maybe one of the greatest baseball players of all time, and a young Alex Rodriguez. It's so similar. When A-Rod first came up, man, he had great range at short to his left. Tatis is probably the best in the game. He gets the balls no other people get to. A-Rod, man, this guy had light tower power when he first came up. Tatis, same thing. This guy can flat out crush a baseball on the pull side. Talking about upper tank. A-Rod, another monster shot right here out in Toronto. And then Tatis, same thing, man. Their power is just at a different level. For being up the middle shortstops, man, these guys are special. The fact that they can do that. But I tell you what, they go all over the place. There's not a spot that these guys can't hit. And when I look at Tatis and I look back at A-Rod, I think the separator of guys like this is when you can go the other way with power. These guys go the other way with authority. And you see A-Rod at 600-plus home runs. When he first came up to the big leagues, man, this guy was special at such a young age. What he could do with the baseball, how he could manipulate it all over the place. Tatis is this kind of guy, man. This guy can go line to line, gap to gap, and hit you out of the ballpark pretty much anywhere and play Gold Glove defense over there at shortstop. Pretty impressive. That's what I think about it. When I look at their swings too, Greg, look at this right here. Very similar. Both really big 6'3", 6'4" guys that get good leverage and good backspin on the baseball. If you look right here, highest career OPS among shortstops through age 21 season. I mean, Tatis is up there at 976. Obviously doesn't have the plate appearances that the other guys have, but I tell you what, the fact that he's in that conversation shows that he's a pretty special player.
Tell you what, the separator for me, that was awesome, the offense. But when you start talking about Tatis, you're comparing him to Ozzie Smith, that's a game changer. On the defensive side, his offense is so good that his defense gets overlooked. And he's only going to get better by having Manny Machado playing next to him.
Yeah.
And being able to talk, have conversations, learn, be pushed, be challenged. And you're right, he stays healthy. We're looking at one of the best, but he's a special talent.
Before we move on, can we put together a little board on Alex Rodriguez's first 60 games of his age 21 season, which was in 1997. And these are the numbers Alex Rodriguez put up through his first 60 games. 318 average, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs, 11 stolen bases. Pretty strong OPS. Does Fernando Tatis Jr. surpass those numbers this year? Because, again, we're basing everything off a 60-game schedule. So he's not playing 162, so we're used to saying 30 homers and 100 RBIs. Will he do that or better this year for the Padres?
9 home runs? Yeah, I can see him.
I can see him hitting over 9 home runs and putting up some pretty big numbers. 35 RBIs. I can see him doing. I can see him doing better than those numbers.
I can see him being the MVP.
He had a bunch the other day.